It's week 9 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Ravens and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. At midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots. And this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming. Playoff pictures are unfolding. It is a blast.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the... On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In motion comes Andrews. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill. He's still on his feet. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Here's Hill. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. All run play. This is Hill. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. They'll run here with Hill. They'll try and play with some pace early on. Here it is on 4th down. And he's going to have the Ravens' 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? who would get off the line quicker, who would drive the other side backwards. Pretty impressive that not only are they the one...
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
He's got it at about the 8. And he will get into the end zone. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is first touchdown this year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Broncos led by the rookie, quarterback Bo Nix out of Oregon. The rookie, the last of the quarterbacks taken in the first round, number 12 overall. He's been around, he's 24 years old, but the rookie runs it for the Broncos.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
The first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He connects with Mims. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
That is caught at the 3. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It'll be first and goal when we come back. 7-0. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. And he will power his way into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Denver.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Hardy now with the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's used his legs to great effect. this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now a give on the ground, and he's going to have a Ravens first down. The tackler's made it about the 38-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formation, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Play action now. Jackson. He runs with it.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He'll take off again. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. A big play there for Baltimore. 31 yards.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Justice Hill. Touchdown, Ravens. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, and they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got the tight end. That's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll go play action with Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive. But now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in...
Williams hit, and he loses the football. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Alpha, sit on! 180! Ready, shot! 13. Sit on! Sit on!
They'll begin here on the ground. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense. Still first down.
In motion comes Andrews. He'll try to hit him with a screen.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Here's Jackson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Ravens bring their punt team out. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. He will air this out. Looking for Sutton. And that one is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Nix now on 1st and 10. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So you're a couple inches away from, instead of celebrating a touchdown with your boys on the sideline, you're trotting back to the huddle with your tail between your legs. And that's the fine line between success and failure in the NFL. And the reality is, he knows it, the sideline knows it.
He is in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Justice Hill to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The next drive about to get going as we check out what's coming up a little later here in Week 9. Tonight, Sunday Night Football. It'll be the Jaguars and Eagles coming up at 8:20 Eastern Time in Philadelphia. And then tomorrow night, Election Night Eve, Monday Night Football as the Bucs and Chiefs. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55 at 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 in KC.
Hey, report! Report!
Second down, Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up third down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connect. Guys, I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Hey!
Jackson up top again. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nicholas Morrow. So we have reached halftime here in this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime, and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing, Nix. This one taken in by Reynolds. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's second and 6. Back to throw is Nix. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down. Nix from the gun on third down. Got it into the hands of Mims. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
On second down, it's Nix. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Throwing is Nix. He'll take a shot.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here's Hardy to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. He'll start this drive with first down. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. He'll tuck it and take off. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty.
Still second down.
Jackson now on second down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must pass. You don't want to be in rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. They'll stick with him again. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards.
Illegal block in the
But we'll need to check
offense
on the call. Ronnie Stanley, the former 6th overall pick,
Still
guilty
second down.
there. From the shotgun, here's Jackson.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for Jackson. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to be 4th down. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped. No gain. The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher.
Still 3rd down.
So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. He gets that to the veteran Aguilar. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the 1st half, it almost looks like he's gotten even.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
180.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
180.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wow. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground. He slams it in there, and he is in. Justice Hill. Touchdown, Baltimore. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Tucker for the point after. His kick is good. And the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start out, first down and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll throw. It's Nix. He connects with Mims. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. First down throw there is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
He's got it to the tight end, Dulcich. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Still third down.
This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. They'll go play action with Nix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
That's taken in.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense.
And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
They'll come up now for second down. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Williams. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
First and 10. All run play. This is Hill. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Here's Hill. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. On third down, Jackson. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
Oh, my goodness, Mike, what a mistake. Late in the game, you're protecting the lead. That can't happen. You know they're going to be raking at the ball. You know they are desperate to create a turnover. Just somehow he doesn't put the ball away, and this game just got a lot more interesting.
Here is first and goal. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That one, taken in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 21 apiece.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. Now an opening past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take. This is 1st and 10.
It's on.
Here's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
2nd down. Jackson. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them. And it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Here's a big one. This 3rd down.
It's on.
Off the play fake. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a 4th down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
The rookie, Bo Nix, and the Broncos offense getting set to take over once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Williams. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Nix. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On first down, here's Nix to throw. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
That's 19 yards for the second straight play. They are rolling. Another first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, second and goal. He'll try to run it with Williams. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Return it. Right up.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a short one to Gesicki. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Here we go. Here we go. 11, Tommy.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Here's Burrow. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Zach Moss, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle, it's Hill. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The Ravens at 5-4 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
And they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance. That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down.
Pushes him over. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson on the move to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on third down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First down, and it's Hill again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now it's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Bengals have retaken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And Hill will opt for the touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Hill. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Jackson from the shotgun. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he will have a Ravens first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To throw is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 3rd down and 1. They'll try and run for it with Hill. But he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And that nearly intercepted. And the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Alpha, sit on! 180! Nice shot! 13. Score him. Sit on!
Back to throw. Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Wait, ready? Sit on, dog! Sit on!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nelson Aguilar, 28 yards. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Burrow will throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Bengals 14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. Jones breaking from the contact. And a nice return. Pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A big play that time on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for this with Moss.
A beautiful fake. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
It's on 1st and goal. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moss on the give up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, they run with Hill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offenses.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time.
3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Here we go. Here we go.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
So still 14 yards to go. Second down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Checks that one down, complete to Moss.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
McPherson's kick is good.
And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I'm fine. Ready?
They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Zach Moss, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
The busy night continues for Hill.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good body.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
56 yards.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
31. Ravens 17. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
You gotta make a move. You gotta make it happen. Go ahead.
Jackson to throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Jackson.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Here's Jackson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Bengals, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason.